Hello everyone, and welcome to the Vampire Diaries After Show here on theStreamtv. I cannot believe that Caroline finally told Stefan her true feelings, and we are going to talk all about that. But before we do, I'm your host, Megan Lamontagne, and I am joined by my Vampirelicious co-host, starting to my left.
Hey guys, Jessica Hickam here. I cannot wait to talk about tonight's episode. So many crazy emotions.
Definitely, Jessica. And to my right.
Hey everyone, Melinda Hale here. I think my favorite part of the episode was finding out that Joe is Kai's sister.
Yes. And last but not least, at the end of the couch.
Hi guys, Rachel Rowland here, and I am seriously crushing on Enzo in this episode.
Girl, you're always crushing.
Enzo in every episode.
I can't tell.
David.
Okay, I have my moments with all the boys, okay?
But it's okay.
Lately it's been Enzo for sure.
It has been him for a couple weeks.
So go ahead right now and tell all of your friends to join the conversation and like theStream.tv's YouTube channel, because we're going to be on here for the next half hour and we want you all to join in on the conversation. So I want to know, is Bonnie ever going to return to the present day?
Not if she keeps like trying to be a martyr and like it's just
What is up with that?
Definitely coming
too
back.
much.
Well, now that Damon knows that she's at least alive,
Right.
he's coming for her.
I also feel like they're definitely, now that they've like introduced that it's sister brother, they can't not bring him back to Earth to cause drama there.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on,
that's
it's the
so
Vampire
true. Now we have the whole
Diaries.
Joe connection
and he's
for
totally
sure.
gonna try to kill the twins because they're part of the Gemini Coven. I'm sure something's gonna happen with them, so they have to.
And props
get
to
back.
all of you fans out there who you totally called the whole Kai Joe thing. And I think you did too, Melinda, from a couple weeks back before they even mentioned anything. But now, even though they still didn't officially say it, they said it. They said it because we saw the scar on Joe's stomach. And
She said she lost her stabbed in the spleen.
Yes.
Oh, and here's the
Dysfunctional
thing,
family.
So she has aged and he has not, right?
Right, because he was when he was sent there, I think, to his purgatory at the age that he did all those horrible things.
So she was like a young girl when all of this happened, and now we're seeing her as like an older woman, and she's got the scars, whereas he, I think, has like maintained his teenage youth.
So she will probably recognize him if he comes back, but he may not recognize her.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe.
true. That's true. So how do we feel? I mean, obviously, I love it. I'm sure you all love it. But Joe and Alaric's newfound relationship is just so cute.
I'm so happy for him.
Yes.
Like he needed somebody to love on and cuddle. And I just love how she like pushed her way in. She's like, you're going to like me. We're going to have a relationship. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
At first, I really didn't like the fact that that he was human again, because he had just become a vampire, and we didn't even get to see him struggle with those emotional, like all the emotional baggage of it. But now,
we did a little bit because remember when they were in the classroom and like Elena was like sipping on that like
well, that's what I mean. It was such
Slurpee?
like a dangling thing, though, because he was dealing with all of this and he never dealt with it. It's just now he's human again. But now I really like it because he's like drinking whiskey and off the pain meds. And it's
So
like,
wait, is she human? Technically,
she's a
though?
witch.
Yeah,
Well,
She said she admitted she was a witch, but she said she doesn't practice.
Yeah.
and she got rid of her powers. Remember, she said like, I stored my powers in a safe place, and that's why when Bonnie did the same thing, she put her powers in the bear.
And we understood it.
So then how did she save him? Did she like grab them?
No, she saved him.
She saved him just basically using medical.
Right.
And that's
Okay,
why
I
she said in
remember
this
that. Okay.
episode, she was like, he was like, thank you for saving my life, and she was like, it really came down to good timing or whatever she said.
Okay.
How do we think, just really quickly, how do we think that Bonnie and Kai are going to come back? Or how many more episodes? Or when do we think that this is all going to come to fruition?
Well, that's what confused me, because if she put all of her powers in the bear, then I was like, maybe she hid the bear somewhere that he doesn't know. But then when Damon found it, I was like, uh-oh.
Which means Damon
will pair
has
up with
to
Joe or something.
Right.
To
Damon
has
has to bring her back.
Yeah, that was epic at the end of the episode when Damon said, Bonnie's alive. It was so cute.
It was really
It was
sweet.
so cute.
Right.
Like, my heart is really going out to Damon. He's being so vulnerable this season, and this is really a side that we're not used to seeing. So that was, something has to happen. I just give Bonnie a break. The poor girl. Although
Bonnie
she doesn't help
needs to give herself a break.
Yeah, she doesn't help herself at all. She brings it all on herself.
Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice myself again.
So another person that kind of, well, not that Bonnie's a troublemaker, Kai's the troublemaker, but Enzo, is he a troublemaker or is he the problem solver?
It's
What do we
definitely
think?
both.
Both?
I think he's both.
He's our new Damon.
I mean, that's what we've been
We were
saying for
saying-
a few weeks now. Like, he's totally the new Damon.
And that's why I love him. That's why I'm
you
crushing
love
on him.
Except for, I kind of wish that Damon would be Damon. Like, we were talking about when the episode was airing that it should have been Damon doing that whole Tripp stunt, and that's what we know Damon for, and that's what we love him for. And now Enzo's kind of taking that role, and it's just
What
not
if they're
the same.
setting it up of that when Damon had that little moment with Elena and he's like, I love you so much, I'll let you go. Are they setting it up that Damon's gonna leave?
Ah.
No, because she kind of remembers, doesn't she? Well, she crossed the line, had those
We're gonna talk about that.
flashbacks.
We're gonna talk about that. Let's just talk about it.
No, but I'm like
we can go
wondering
there.
of like, are they setting up Enzo to be the new Damon? Are we gonna lose Damon?
No, we can't lose Damon.
Better not.
I'm just saying.
I don't think we're gonna lose Damon. I don't. I think he's gonna go back to who he was now, because you know how he gets. He always starts killing somebody when he's upset and
I think
sad.
if
I think he's
anything-
gonna go back to that.
He and Enzo are going to be
Eventually,
buddies.
yeah.
I think eventually, maybe like next season, don't hate me for saying this, but I think eventually we maybe could lose Enzo. Like eventually, not anytime soon. Like we're gonna see him in season 6. but-
No.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Okay, but the reason why we think Enzo, or we label him a little bit of a troublemaker, is because A, he turned Tripp into a vampire, and B, he totally let the cat out of the bag to Caroline and Stefan, basically being like,
She has a thing for you.
hey, she has a thing for you.
Someone needs
But
to
is that
say
just
it.
because he's jealous? Because Caroline doesn't have a thing for him?
Probably. That's a good point.
Maybe.
That's a good point.
Maybe.
Because remember when they were in the car and she was crying, he got like really protective over her and
Yeah,
went
he
and like
consoled her and
And
everything.
went,
Yeah.
and went and killed Ivy.
he went and killed somebody for her. That's love on Vampire Diaries.
No, definitely. So yeah, Enzo, he's growing on me. I don't think I love him as much as you guys do. For some reason, I don't know. I'm still trying to just pinpoint what his point is, because you're right. He is kind of taking over the Damon role. And I still like the dynamic between Alaric and Damon the best. So I'm kind of like trying to figure out where I
his
want to put
place
Enzo.
is, right?
Yeah, but I
agree.
kind of think you're right. I think eventually he'll go off and do his own thing, because right now he is just Damon.
Yeah.
So I think that does make sense. As much as I love Enzo, I could see them.
Do we think it was really horrible of him to turn Tripp into a vampire, even though we hate Tripp anyways?
I think
You
it
reap
was
what you sow.
smart. Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
I'm kind of sad that Tripp is just gone now, because it was such a storyline, and then it was like, bam, he's
Well,
dead.
his guys are still alive.
Yeah, but I did think Tripp was gonna have more longevity.
I did
Yeah,
too.
same.
Absolutely
Well, we
did.
talked about
Same.
we keep trying to figure out who the new bad guy is going to be, and so I think now we definitely have to say that it's going to be
It's gonna be
Kai.
Kai.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're definitely gonna come back.
So they're
Right.
definitely coming back.
But when?
I know. When? Oh my gosh, it's been.
I think they've exhausted the whole other side storyline. It's
Yeah.
got to
Yeah,
be soon.
definitely.
Yeah, but we definitely saw a very malicious version of Kai this episode. He's always been malicious, but I feel like this episode in particular, I was just like loathing him. Like, oh, get off my screen. All right, so we talked about this a little bit just a few minutes ago, but Elena is having a very intimate conversation with Damon. Damon's really trying to push the fact that we were in love, and then she, out of nowhere, crosses over the border into Mystic Falls and tries to make herself remember. Let's talk about that for a second. Does she remember? What was the point of that? What compelled her to do that?
I still think we're gonna go back to my original thing that she's never gonna remember. She's just gonna fall in love with Damon all over again, because that's what they're totally playing on. It that she's like, no, I don't feel anything. Okay, maybe I want to because I like you
Right.
right now, but I'm not really sure because I'm moody.
Even though I'm kind of against it, I do agree with you, because I feel like there were glimpses of that in this episode where you saw it on her face that like maybe, and then she's like, no, I'm not feeling it, and then she's like, well, let me cross the border. No, I'm not feeling it. It's like she was so bipolar this episode.
Yes.
But I think you're right.
One of
For
the
sure.
things the ladies and I noticed this episode was the natural tension in this episode between
sure.
Nina and Ian.
That's why I think of that maybe it's gonna be Damon that leaves. Like, because they're definitely, we can see that this isn't acting. They're not a fan. Like, she's hurt,
That
and I
first
feel like
scene-
maybe they're gonna be like, we
It
can't
was
get rid
awful.
of Elena, so Damon's like, I'll go because I'm over this drama.
Their acting is
It's rough
is
together.
very rough
Yeah,
together.
that-
it's
There's no
very
chemistry
noticeable.
anymore.
That first scene,
There's no
this
chemistry,
episode
exactly.
was hard. We were all like, "What's going on?" And then we were like, "Oh, I bet there's
Yep.
a lot of tension, and it's got to be awkward." I don't blame her if you have to act like you love your ex-boyfriend whose like new girlfriend is hanging out on set. Oh,
Yeah.
that would be horrible.
I do feel bad. I do feel bad. And then I was wondering at the very end of the episode when Damon was having that flashback about the kiss in the rain, I said Melinda, because she remembers everything. I said, was this an did this actually happen in the past? But none of us can remember that being
any
a part
season,
of an actual episode. So they must have had to tape that in.
But that
in
really
present
sold
day.
me.
That
It
sold
did
me.
too, right.
I felt
I felt the chemistry, but
maybe they did film that in the
And
past.
maybe like,
I
but
don't-
I'm
yeah.
like, I remember every single Damon Elena kiss.
Damon sells it more than
He does.
Yes.
than Nina Dobrev does, I
Right.
think.
Yes.
Which is sad to say. Again, like I feel for the girl. This
No,
would
but I feel
not be
like
easy.
as like Ian Somerhalder, not like Damon. I feel like you said that there was rumors that they were saying that Nina Dobrev was saying, I don't want to be in the next season. I'm not going to re-sign. It might have been that they were like, they had to make a deal because they're like, we can't lose Elena. And maybe Damon's like, I'm good, I'll go.
I don't
Ian
think he
Somerhalder.
would though. I think
I don't
he's
think he
so
would
in love
either.
with
He-
this role
That'll
as Damon.
that'll
Yeah,
do
he
in
is
the
Damon,
show for
like, there's
sure.
no really-
though.
Exactly, exactly.
Be
So it's
weird.
going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. But I really wish their chemistry would get better because I'm really struggling through those scenes with them together. Love
Right.
them both, but because
Yeah.
of the drama that they're going through in real life, it's coming out on screen.
Now, Paul Wesley and Nina Dobrev have always had chemistry, so I say that we should just go back to
Now.
Selena.
Caroline and Stefan tonight killed it.
Yeah,
were
they
so
did.
good.
Oh my gosh.
They had to.
Their
They
scenes
did.
together, I know, yes.
They had
Their
to.
scenes
They
together
made
are
up for
amazing.
it though.
But Damon did say to Elena, you know, he was trying to convince her, and then he said, okay, you know what? I'm going to let you go. So do we think that well, you think that they're going to fall in love again. What do you two think, Melinda and Jessica? Do you think that Damon's actually just going to be like, okay, I'm going to wait till she comes to me, let it go, or what do you
I think he's going to find someone and make her jealous. That's what I
Oh,
think.
that's totally
Interesting.
Damon.
It seems like something Damon would do.
That's totally
Yes,
Damon.
because
does.
she's going to be the typical girl that
That
wants
would
what
get
she
jealous.
can't have.
I completely agree.
I definitely think, Melinda, you're onto something. I think there's going to be a while now where we're not going to see them together. I think Elena will move on with Liam,
Ugh.
which we're going to grin and bear it. And then they will come back together
They'll find
eventually.
someone for Damon in the
assuming
meantime.
that it all plays out this
Yeah.
season.
And so, yes, we have Damon, we have Elena, but then also part of this triangle is Liam. I can't decide whether Liam has a really important role in the Vampire Diaries or he's just there to
I
create
still
some
think
chaos.
there's
True.
something more to him.
Yes.
I really, really do.
Yes.
I don't know what, but
You
like
don't
with
know.
like the labs and everything, and he's so obsessed with finding out what happened to this
That girl. Yes.
Well, in the
It just-
promo for next week, it looks like Elena tells him
Yeah.
at Thanksgiving that she's a vampire. So if that happens, I don't know. If you think about it, there are so many men on this show now. Like,
And he's like a boy.
compared
Yes.
to compared to
He's
the
pretty young.
women.
He seems like Jeremy's age.
Yeah, like I
Yes.
feel like we've been getting all these like hot, hunky men
But even
on
like,
this
look
show,
at the
and then there's like
poster.
Liam.
There's like 3 girls to like this crowd of men.
Right.
I just-
That's true.
There is.
And we left
fine
the
with
men.
that.
I'm totally okay. But how many men? Like how
Right.
many can
There's
you
so many,
sustain?
right?
I just think they're dragging out this Liam story. I want to know, does he really have feelings for Elena? Or I personally think there's an agenda. He has an agenda, and I think he's trying to have Elena like him because he's trying to figure out if she's a vampire or something.
Right.
He's something. I don't buy
Do you think he's
just
a traveler?
student.
Okay,
We did mention
we talked
Traveler.
about the Travelers. We haven't seen or heard anything from Travelers this season. So are they like just nixing that, or what's going on with that? Does anybody
Yeah,
remember from
I don't
last
remember
season?
what.
I'm sorry, I'm having a total ADD moment that has nothing to do with Travelers. But as I was looking at you two and looking over at the poster, what about Damon and Bonnie?
Together?
Are they gonna set that up? Because look, the poster for this season
Well,
is
we've
them
talked
saying
about that. Yeah.
I've
I
seen
wonder.
things
About
that they've
that.
talked about, and I feel like a lot of the fans out there like their chemistry as a friendship. That was tweeted a lot, but I feel like as a romantic relationship, a lot of people were. But now
It
that
wouldn't
we're
make
seeing,
sense though if there was a romantic relationship. I think it would just be
No.
endearing to have finally a friendship between the two of them because they've hated each other for 5
exactly,
seasons.
exactly. I
Yeah.
totally agree with you. It's very endearing to have them have a friendship because they did hate each other.
But at the same time, it keeps it interesting if they do continue to hate each other. Because I think this whole show, you just see all these nice relationships forming. They were kind of the one relationship where it kept it realistic because they didn't necessarily.
Well, now
Right.
we have Stefan and Caroline for that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Caroline
true.
is like, as I
Done.
said, there is a very fine line between love and hate,
But
and I think
she-
she genuinely loves Stefan, and so she's like, like she was saying,
Yeah.
I just have to hate you.
You know what I find
Well,
interesting?
She hates him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe this was totally covered and I just might be having a moment just because my brain with the show is always going. But why doesn't Elena have her feelings back for for
Stefan.
Stefan.
That's what I wanted to know.
I don't know.
Because if I find it really strange that she's all of a sudden like, oh, hey, Liam. Like,
I think maybe she remembers the whole unraveling with Stefan because it's just that she was compelled to forget Damon,
Yeah.
not
True.
to remember
She
her
just
feelings.
remembers that she fell out of love with Stefan and knows it's because of Damon, but she doesn't feel those feelings anymore for Damon, I'm assuming. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's all a little bit tricky.
I'm just
It
not.
is
I think my
complicated.
problem is I'm just not buying this Elena and Liam relationship.
Right. It
Yeah,
seems
they were like
forced.
any of us-
kissing so
it
much on the
seems
first date.
forced.
I was like, hello?
Yeah, it just
What are we in a
bothers me.
relationship?
Right.
It bothers me.
It's forced. It
So
doesn't feel
that
genuine at
is
all.
a forced
Yeah.
relationship, but a relationship that isn't forced is Caroline and Stefan. My gosh, their chemistry as actors is just amazing. And of course, I'm obsessed with them in general, and I really, really want them to have that first kiss. But I thought Stefan was kind of a a-hole. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think so.
I really
He's
do.
let her run away twice now.
He
like,
has.
come on,
He
bro.
was acting
He
like
has.
he didn't have any feelings. She let she's opened up her heart these past couple episodes, and he just stands there like, I'm sorry.
I don't know what I
disagree.
feel.
I disagree because she was like, he even said, he's like, I didn't say that. And so I feel like, no, I'm going to defend him on
Is he-
this.
okay,
I
what?
feel
So
like-
you
I'm on your side on this
I
one.
feel like he hasn't really come to terms with it, but he did say, I didn't say I didn't have feelings for you. I just wanted to know why. Maybe he was shocked that she did have feelings for him.
And he had just come off of like losing his brother. Even if he knew, he probably just didn't even put much stock in it because he was
Right.
so involved in his own emotional
Absolutely.
turmoil that now he's like, oh, my brother's back. Caroline likes me. Like, what? I don't know how to handle all of this good news.
Right, and we know Stefan from the past, like he always puts others before him, and so he's the type to be like, I don't want to put my burden or whatever onto you. So I can understand why he wouldn't go to Caroline to deal with his drama and feelings that Damon's gone.
But I feel like as
my
a
defense for
fan
him.
of the show, how I want their relationship to happen, because Caroline is very positive, but when she gets feisty, she gets feisty. So I can just picture her yelling at him like she usually does, and I just want Stefan to just take her face,
And
shut her
kiss
up,
her,
and
yeah.
kiss her.
Yeah.
But they've had so many of those moments that I feel like they're not going to happen again, because she basically was like, that's it. Like, I like you, and it just sort of, and I feel like they can't do another one.
Oh, I think they can.
I think
Third time's
actions
a charm.
speak louder than words.
I think they can, and
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen when we've all gotten to that point where we're like, it's never gonna happen, and then we're gonna be like, ah! Like, you know what I
I
mean?
cannot
I
wait.
think
So Vampire Diaries.
Right.
So
Definitely
Vampire
gonna
Diaries.
It has to.
You think so?
It has
Unless
to.
Klaus comes back. I know I say that all the time,
I know.
but
How many more episodes do you think we have to wait before they kiss each other?
As many as it takes to get Bonnie
kinda-
back.
I know, that's true, that's true. All right, well, while we wish for the Caroline and Stefan kiss, we're going to take a short break, and we want to hear what you guys are thinking and all the questions that you have on the other side of the camera on the internet. So we will be right back. Stay tuned.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing. So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone,
Hold on.
bro.
The more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy, it was hot, it was heated, I was into it.
You are gonna be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama, tell them go ahead and turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on the theStream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Vampire Diaries After Show, and we are very excited to hear from all of you. So we have a few fan questions right now. The first fan question comes from @girl_PLO. Who do you want Elena to be with? Damon, Stefan, or Liam?
Stefan.
Damon, duh.
Damon.
Stefan.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here and say like I don't want her to be with any of them.
There you go.
Girl, why do we watch this show?
I mean, I think
To
obviously
live vicariously through Elena.
Well, like I said at the beginning of the season, I think this is her moment to be like independent woman. I guess ultimately, if she's gonna end with one of them, yeah, it's gonna be Damon. But right now, I think we need like Elena to figure her stuff out and do something other than just be with the man.
I agree with you. I would love to see them focus a relationship, again, more on Caroline, Stefan, and also Bonnie and someone else, whoever it may be.
Jeremy.
Oh,
She
yeah,
should be
Jeremy.
back with
Oh, I
Jeremy.
forgot. Yeah. Yeah, no, me too. They keep bringing him in and out,
Well,
in and out
he's
of each
just
other.
He's a wreck.
He's a wreck.
Yeah.
No, I kind of think I'm over Bonnie and Jeremy.
What?
Oh no, I love them.
No,
I've
I
always
think I
loved them.
am because honestly, Jeremy was like hooking up with someone like a week after Bonnie died.
Yeah, because he was
He
so
was a hot
distraught.
mess.
That's no.
I don't know.
I think it is.
You're only saying that because it's a television show. If that was real life, oh hell no. Okay?
Okay.
I'll deal with grief in different ways, Megan.
I would.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. No, but there was something else that Jeremy did. Oh, didn't he? No, with what's her face? The girl.
Sarah?
No, not Sarah. We're taking it back.
Oh, which is like, where is she, by the way?
Anna.
Anna, yes.
When
So
he was
like,
kissing her and when she was yeah, okay.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, Jeremy,
Yeah.
he needs to get his stuff together first. Bonnie needs to
And where's
actually
Elena
get back
in
to
all
real
that?
life.
Elena's just like, meh, Jeremy can be
seriously.
depressed.
You know, I'd rather
Yes.
kiss somebody than kill somebody's brother. I'm just saying.
There she goes, hating on Damon.
There she goes. So we all have different views here on the couch, but we want to hear what you all have to say. Who do you think Elena should be with? Do you think she should be with Stefan? Do you think she should be with Damon? Or are some of you guys out there loving Liam? Because if you do love Liam, there's no hate. I just want to know what you love about him. We all want to know.
I still want to know what they love about Damon.
Exactly. So make sure you tweet us using the hashtag TVDAS. We're going to be on our Twitters all night long. Okay, so the next fan question comes from @SusanFalls1864. Why does everyone lie to Jeremy? That's a great question, and perhaps maybe that's why he's so
Because he's suicidal right now, pretty much.
Why do you think everyone lies to Jeremy?
I think he's irrational when he finds out the truth. I think because do you remember how this is way back? I don't remember which season it was, but when Catherine was in the tomb, he took that powder and tried to kill her and be the vigilante and go in there and get the stake from her or whatever. Do you guys remember all
I
this?
do.
And they were like, "Don't do it," and he doesn't anyway. I think when he finds out the truth of something, he just acts irrationally and does stupid
He's
stuff.
totally
He's
the
not an
baby
adult.
of the family.
Right,
He's
not
the
an
baby
adult,
of the
even though
family.
he is.
Yeah, I could be totally wrong about this. Oh, was Elena the one that set her house on fire, or did she ask Jeremy to do it?
No, she did it.
She did.
She did. Okay, I couldn't remember. But yeah, he is very immature, and it's. Oh no, him and Matt are not the same age. I was thinking Matt is way more mature than he is.
But they're best friends.
But they are best friends.
And I think he's only supposed to be a year older than him, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he and Elena are supposed to be really close in age.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's that much younger than all of them. I just think that they've definitely taken his character as the dark turn of the season.
Right.
I do love his character though, and I wish they would just keep him in the
They
dang
need to,
episode.
okay. Well, they're making him hotter. They're literally giving him the muscles. We're all like, whoa, hello, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Grow his personality as well.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, what's going to happen when Bonnie comes back?
Well, I feel like Bonnie has been gone for so long.
She's been gone for
It's going to be weird. I don't know where Bonnie is going to stand with anyone. I mean, Elena and Caroline are going to be over the top, super happy. I don't think, honestly, Jeremy is going to have. No, he's going to be shocked. He's going to be in shock. The poor kid has gone through so much, as everyone has in Mystic Falls. I don't know, but I want to see his character more this season. I feel like they just have so many characters that they're trying to fit them all in.
We were talking about Matt, and he's kind of just this fluff, Jeremy something interesting, and we're not seeing him at all.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I feel like, though, if Bonnie comes back and then Jeremy, he seems like the type of person that if he finds out she could have come back with Damon, he's going to be mad at her for like 3 months and like
yeah.
not
I
talk
see
to her.
that. I
can
do
totally
see
see
I
that
bet you're
happening.
right. And which is why Damon lied to him.
Yeah. But then she's
Yeah.
going to come back and then it's still going to happen, so.
I know. So that's interesting and a very, very good question. So thank you for that. And our last fan question, or fan theory rather, comes from @2KAS Mom. I'm thinking Joe is a traveler. It makes sense.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you guys think about that?
I think she pretty much confirmed tonight, unless she's lying, that she is a witch who gave up her powers.
But travelers are a form of witch, remember? Because they were always like doing spells or something like that. So they're
There
like
was
a
something
form of
special
witch.
about
Yeah,
them, though, and I
travelers
don't
are
think that she
like-
falls into that category for some reason.
Yeah. The Travelers were such like a short one season
yeah.
thing, and there was a lot to them that I
There's
don't
so much,
remember
right.
exactly what made them travelers. But
But I don't think. But it's a good theory. But I don't know if she. I don't know if she is.
Well, that would mean that Kai is as well. And he said that he could take other people's powers. Wasn't that something? No, the travelers
They
didn't
can only
do
go
that.
in people's
No, but
bodies.
they could go in people's bodies. Maybe they're like a new age traveler. Like a
Right.
different form.
Yeah, I'm just
oh
excited.
yeah, and especially because we know they're siblings now.
Right,
So
yeah.
they're both witches. She just gave up her powers.
And he never had any. That's
had
what
like
said,
the opposite
right?
of powers.
And that's why he killed his family. Got it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Just
So much.
Kai is just crazy.
They're
But
packing
I'm-
it in this season.
I'm really interested and intrigued in his story, and now knowing that Joe is his sister, and I'm excited for him and Bonnie to come back, and then we're going to learn about their relationship. And I agree with you guys. I think Kai is going to be the new enemy, sort of. I don't know. It's just there's this whole thing that just needs to unfold, and they just keep giving us pieces and pieces. But this was a great episode tonight. It was a really great episode. It kind of left us very much on our seats for next week. And what do we see next week? Are they having Thanksgiving? next week?
Thanksgiving dinner. From
Oh my gosh, could you
Elle.
imagine? And we think sometimes, getting back together with our families, like I know,
like,
I'm like,
oh
oh my gosh,
gosh.
my family starts talking about politics, I'm getting up and leaving. So you can only imagine what their Thanksgiving is going to be
Right.
like. What do you think? What was some of
well,
the...
it looked like Elena tells Liam
yeah.
that she's a vampire, and that'll be fun.
That's going to
Yeah.
be super
I just think
I'm not into it.
It's going to
really.
be like
It's
my
too
family when like one of my siblings like brings home a new boyfriend or girlfriend or something.
yes.
That's gonna be like
Yes.
all of them attacking like Liam or Damon's
Right.
gonna be like, so tell me.
Oh, and Damon. Can you imagine Damon sitting at that table?
Oh, he's gonna be the worst.
Oh
It's
my
gonna be
gosh.
hilarious.
Next week is going to be so great. Thank you all for your fan questions. Keep tweeting us again, #TVDAS. We're always on our Twitter accounts, and we want to hear everything that you have to say. Also, share this link with your friends and family, everyone that you know who watches the Vampire Diaries, because even though you won't obviously be able to catch it live until next week, the link is always up and available for people to watch it back. So until next week, we all love you, and we're going to say goodbye and get excited for the Thanksgiving episode next Thursday. Anything else? No. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.